thing to take than drugs. I mean, hello, welcome to Xbox Tavern. We're going to
Before I get high.
shortly, but we're gonna do a little bit of prelude guess the game, where we guess the game in 6 pictures or less, ideally. This evening I'll do a proper intro. We've got Ross, Graham, and Ian. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Let's guess them games, and then we'll get the podcast started very, very promptly at 8:10 p.m.
If anything, that just looks like a virtual shit show of bad management in the shed.
Yeah, I'm going to say It Takes Two. That's about as close as I can get. I know it's not It Takes Two, but yeah.
Oh right, yeah, like Unraveled or like a platformer.
Grounded. Untitled Goose Game, perhaps.
Oh, right, well, we go into Grounded first. No, we won't.
Let's go Grounded. Why not? Let's find out.
No.
I don't think anything you said so far, is it? Oh, it could be It Takes Two, though. I've not played that one.
It Takes Two was a lot higher than 87. Come on, Joe.
Have you not played It Takes Two?
I have not.
Oh, gee, you're missing out. That's a fantastic couch co-op game. Outstanding. Just sit and chill. Nice wee puzzles. Brilliant wee game.
But have we got any more insight onto this? No. Is that just like a broken upside down rake?
What did you say? Untitled Goose Game?
What about
I don't think it's that.
But what about the Hello Neighbours?
No, it's two. No. Well, maybe.
No. Okay, well,
I haven't got anything better to guess it with. Guess at it.
No. PS Vita.
Nobody had one there.
Yeah, I never had a Vita. I'm out. Is it maybe going to be one of like? I know it's not.
What about?
I know it's not the Astrobot, but what's the other one? Sackboy?
No. What about Tearaway?
Papo the Rapper?
That was like all papercraft and stuff.
Tearaway Unfolded. Tearaway. There we are.
Yeah.
Oh,
well done.
Great success.
Things you love to see.
There's only like 4 PS Vita games that I know of, and that is one.
I would never have got that in the month of Sundays.
It is by the people who made Little Big Planet.
Was it?
Okay.
Yeah, it was like they had.
I don't think I would have ever guessed it.
Yeah, no. Like I say,
the back touch to like raise and lower paper folds and all sorts of interesting stuff. But yeah, I never played it, but it looked all right.
I mean, fair plays for getting that in 3. I would have struggled.
I wouldn't have got that at all.
Have you done yesterday's game?
Yeah.
No.
What's it? Guess the cover.
I've never done any.
It's for premium.
Premium. Yeah, there's guess the book and guess the audio. Or I can't remember what they call it, but I think most of them are premium. So yesterday's one, if I remember rightly, yesterday's I failed, and I would be very surprised if any of you would get it. But by all means, go for it.
Crash Test Dummies.
I definitely did not get this one. Even though I know what it is now, I still couldn't tell you what the game was. I can't remember.
Dummies something.
It's not there. It's not that one.
Oh, man. I just saw the yellow and black.
That was a Mega Drive game, wasn't it? I think one of the
I think it made it to the PS2 or whatever.
That's Shambot. Oh no, I was going to say that's Shambot the driver, isn't it? It's not driver, but anybody else?
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
that says Pegasus.
Monk.
Too old
to not guess. I'm going to look up the answer just to remind myself.
There is no way I'm getting that one.
Pegging this? What?
Yeah. Anybody?
No, nothing.
That board doesn't look like anything.
Yeah, I have no idea at all, so I can't really help you one bit.
Yeah, no.
Profile. I mean, let's look at some sort of like quick.
It looks like definitely a DOS game.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I can't think of any.
Zorg?
Oh, what was the? No, there was. Oh, there was a game that basically. Oh no, it was like not Choose Your Own Adventure, but one of the title tunes where you used to type.
I don't think it's not, because Zork was like an old school, like the one I'm thinking of, like a sword adventure. This looks a bit more on your dresser by your bed in your apartment. Looks a bit more futuristic.
Great. Is it raining at your house?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just it was one of those
nice
ones
ambient
where.
Background noise.
Okay, maybe not. No, that's not what I was thinking.
Puzzle elements.
Can we all agree that nobody's got a fucking clue?
No, if any of you get this, I'll fucking. I don't know. I'll be amazed.
This is like that Phantasmagoria and those kind of style games.
Phantasmagoria.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah,
I can't. So weird. It's not coming up.
It's PH, I think.
Oh.
It what's this, like Phantasmagoria, a puzzle of the flesh or something.
Yeah, it's not that.
Oh, was it an option? I couldn't see because our faces are over it.
No, I've got nothing. I still can't think of that game I was thinking of.
The Journeyman Project.
Okay, never heard of it.
Yeah, never in the month of Sundays have I ever heard of it.
Never heard of it.
No.
We'll do one more and then we'll wrap it off, and that will give us a nice start point. Wow, I am so glad I decided to say that.
It's a
you absolutely need to get this one, yeah.
If it's Zelda, I've never played them.
But it didn't accept my input, so I didn't think it was there. And then when I got to the third picture, I was like, for fuck's sake, let me try. And it was there.
Anything?
It does look Game Boy-ish, but...
Any guesses? Or a skip?
Only game I can think of is probably Mario. And that's the only game I can
Kirby,
think of. Or Kirby or Mario, yeah.
Any particular Kirby?
That's one, because it looks like a Game Boy one.
What was the first Kirby called?
Kirby.
And Kirby's not an option. Kirby Adventure?
Do that. One do that in Kirby's Adventure.
At least we know we're in Kirby line because we get become a yellow, won't it?
No. Okay. That's Mario.
Yeah. It's definitely Mario. Oh, I said Mario, so it's probably Super Mario Bros. 2.
What's that on? This is like a Game Boy one, though, isn't it?
Oh, Super Mario Land, wasn't it?
Yeah, Land was, I think, was the
Game
the Boy first one.
You might
Land one. Looks that sepia Game Boy one, so I go for the first one.
Okay, there isn't a Super Mario.
You can put Bros first.
Bros Land.
Bros Land doesn't work.
It's like a place in America I never want to visit. Everyone keeps calling it. No, hey, bro.
Super Mario Bros. 2 then must be, or wherever it is. Is it Bros Land 2?
Go fuck yourself. There we go.
I said 2 first as well.
Yeah, my bad.
I typed in on the second guess. I typed in 6 golden coins, but I spelt it like 6 as in SIX, and it didn't come up. I was like, I must not be that. So I just skipped on to the next one. I was like, so then I typed in Super Mario Bros. Land, and that's where it was.
It what?
Motherfucker. Anyway,
we'll get this shit started.
Good fun, a bit of Guess the Game. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Now for the podcast proper. Hello, good evening, and good welcome to Xbox Tavern's X-Pod Tavern, episode 164th. I'm Jamie, and after a bit of a Guess the Game fun in the preamble, which you can watch on youtube.com/XboxTavernOfficial, I'm now joined by MPV Graham.
Good hello.
Good hello, MPV Graham. How are you?
I am super, thank you. How are you?
Good. I am also super. I am in somewhat of a rush-flavoured mood, which we'll get to very shortly, I'm sure. Surprising... Probably quite a few people, I imagine, but we'll get into it. We're also joined by... Do you want to have a guess this week?
4.5?
4.5 million man Ian. 4.5 million man Ian, come on in.
Hello. I failed. I'm just below 1.8. 1.789.
Oh, you promised us. I know. We need to come up with some forfeits, Gray, to bring him into... Every week he fails to hit the target we set for him.
It's quite easy. He's got to pack himself up with some double carbs. He's got to eat a chip butty every time he fails. Chip butty with some baconaise.
Yeah, with some baconaise. Someone who does appreciate chip butty and some baconaise, Scotch Gruff Ross. Come on in, Scotch Gruff Ross.
I would like to be introduced as Premier League champion, Scottish Gruff Ross.
Well, hang on. We're not getting into the football manager talk already. Jesus. Oh, hang on.
Time he wants it.
He's got the poppers out ready for later.
Yeah.
There goes the champagne.
Or the chance.
Well, cheers. Congratulations to whatever you just said, some sort of champion.
Thank you.
We're drinking to that. On this wonderful episode of Xbox Tavern's X-Pod Tavern, which is called each every Sunday at 8 p.m.
news.
Over on youtube.com/Tavern official, which hopefully where you are right now, or indeed podcast services, wherever the podcasts are
or Twitch,
found, I guess,
or Twitch
sometimes. We had some streams on there recently of video games. Video games?
Video games?
Including Dead Rising, was it Deluxe?
Just say Dead Rising 2?
Me and Graham played some FIFA, not FIFA, sorry, EAFC earlier on. Although you couldn't hear Graham, I'm afraid. So it was just me laughing at my own jokes, pretty much, it sounded like, which is not too dissimilar from normal. And I think we're going to play a few more things. But in the meantime, when we're not playing video games, we're going to talk about video games. And we'll very quickly jump into Project Game Plus. Anybody else played Nickelodeon All-Star Super Deluxe Hyper Edition Battle Royale, whatever it's called?
Nah, we need to get another game out before the end of the month.
We do indeed.
Wednesday.
Oh, Ian's played some, Ian.
Oh, what the what?
Does this contributed to your 1.78 million?
Yeah, that's the only reason he's played it.
Of course I have. Yes, standard. Yeah, I played a little bit of it. I played with my son. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
We're going for some of the story campaign mode. Play a lot of
There's a story mode?
Yeah, it's like a little story.
Well, yeah, you go through different maps. You can choose up and down. That's what I said. I did a little bit with my daughter was watching, but like I said, she kept making me switch characters, and they kept getting worse and worse.
Yeah. Very cack, but yeah, it's still a pleasant experience. I'm not sure how far I'll get into it. Knowing me, probably all the way and probably suffer.
I was going to say as far as it needs to be 1,000 Jeet.
Pretty much, yeah. Glutton for punishment, but pleasantly surprised. My son seemed to enjoy it, and he seemed to be all right at it. It wasn't too annoying as Smash Brothers is. Smash Brothers can be a bit of a pain in the ass with the controllers, but I feel like with Nickelodeon they've dumbed it down a bit, so it helps a bit.
Nice.
Very nice. Good to play with the kids, and I probably should see if my girls want to play at some point actually, because they do enjoy a bit of.
Well, game one other guy.
Let's get that snipped out.
Yeah. Dad would be like, "Oh my god, someone
else!" You can't say anything on this fucking podcast, can you? No matter what, every something just twisted. Anyway, Ross, I'm assuming you haven't played any more Nickelodeon Super.
I haven't. No.
Extra Deluxe Ultra Turbo Hyper Street Fighter, whatever it's called. I haven't played it either. I've been too busy playing. Well, not a lot actually this week. Somehow it feels like I've not played anything, but I have played a lot at the same time. It's very weird. Anyway, we'll get into what we've been playing because that's what we're here to talk about. But before we do, Ross,
yes, sir.
I need an early plug-in after all that.
Wow, that's very early for you, James.
A prematurely plug.
He's getting in there. He wants it.
He is getting nice and early. So, YouTube partner, if you want to jump over and support us with your hard-earned cash, it's greatly appreciated. You can also use our shop that we've attached to the YouTube channel and go and pick up some of the awesome goods. We don't have the beautiful t-shirt that Ian's currently modelling, but we do have the one that Gray's modelling just above me with our podcast mic and a few other different designs as well. Apple and Spotify podcasts. If you want to go and leave us a wee review, 5 stars would be greatly appreciated. CD Keys affiliate link. I actually used that today. Had to pick up a little bit of the old gift cards for a certain footballing game that we may or may not be talking about later on in the show. Doesn't cost yourself or whoever uses it any extra, but it does give a little kickback to the channel, which is always greatly appreciated. Written reviews can be found at xboxtavern.com. Jay will have a list of them later on in the show. Socials run along the bottom of the screen. You can find us anywhere, big ones, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, as some way, shape or form, Xbox Tavern or Xbox Tavern Official. And last but by no means least, the amazing people over at Insert Coin. If you use promo code XBXTVRN, you'll get £5 off orders over £50. Jay is modelling a blue beanie, which he will be replacing with a yellow-orange beanie as of next week when his Life is Strange one arrives, I do believe.
It's not shipping until December, but yes, I'm just sharing it now so we can see the glory.
Oh, no.
The new Life is Strange experience we've got going on. So the new game's coming out next month, but yeah, these aren't coming out until December, it said. But look at it. Look at the beanie. Very excited. Very excited indeed. Look how happy she is when it loads. There she is.
I mean, she's not selling it for me.
Plus, then it's mustard. That's why you have one already.
Yeah, it does. He was wearing it last week.
3 or 4 mustard ones, but look, what sold me on it was, hang on, let me go back a sec. Look how big it is on his head. Look at it.
It's very true.
Look at it. So that's what we like. We like the good. We like the good big beanies. And let me take that away so you can see everybody.
Just put it in the face. I pull when Ross talks about.
They got loads of other stuff coming as well. I mean, yeah, I love Insect Coin. Clothing.com, as we've mentioned many times. So yeah, go check them bad boys out. Cool. Is that the plug was done? Oh, sorry, I got distracted by beanies. Yeah, it is. Thank you very much. Oh, I feel ready and raring to go and add to the beanie collection. Right, let's talk about video games we've been playing, shall we?
Yep.
Let's do it.
I feel like we need to get into the main one here because it's going to be the topic du jour, as it were. So Ross been playing it. Graham's obviously played it for at least 10 hours, I'm aware of. No more. Ian, have you played any EAFC 25 yet? I ask him just as it's
tumbleweeds. Yeah.
You might want to take a hiatus in the next 10 minutes, Ian.
No.
Okay, cool. Well, we're going to get into it because I have been playing a little bit of EAFC 25.
I did see it. I was so proud. And I got to see his Tractor Boys as well.
At the Tractor Boys, yeah. I haven't started any new manager career. I'm not sure I'm going to bother with that. Although, we'll see.
Ultimate Team?
No Ultimate Team. Not doing any of that.
Oh, come on.
What we've been playing is Rush. Now, Graham,
yes.
I'm going to let you talk to us about Rush because you sold it to me, and that's the reason I picked it up. So please enlighten us what the Rush mode is, what we do, how it plays, etc., etc.
So Rush is a compacted sort of game of football, like 5-a-side style, and it's your 5-on-5. You play as a singular player if you don't do the offline mode, but usually you play as a singular player out of the 5, and it's you and 3 others against another team of 4. And basically it's 5-a-side football in a way that's done where if you do it in Ultimate Team, you're restricted by certain conditions that you can only pick a player that's a certain amount overall, or you can do the Pro Clubs version where you get to play as your own custom created character and play along that way. And it's just fast-paced, kind of fun. It's the normal kind of plays exactly like the normal game of FIFA, the way it controls, the way you tackle, the way you move and shoot and everything else. The only down thing is you can't play as the goalie. You can have a small influence on the goal if you're the captain of the team. But other than that, it's just a compact game of 5-a-side kind of pitch, and it's just way more sort of fast-paced and high-octane energy. And if you only play with a couple of friends rather than sort of a whole team for like pro clubs, then it's a way to sort of, like I said, get you and 3 other friends to sort of playing along. And it definitely helps if you know the players you're playing with, because if you play with sort of randoms like I have been, you get your occasional skill merchants, goal hangers, oddballs, and it can be a bit of a bogged down kind of issue. But also they've mixed it up in this kind of game where if you do a sort of a dodgy foul, that's a clear red card, instead you now get blue cards. And if you get 2 yellows, you get a blue card, which means you get a sin bin, which from the beta version, they've taken it down from, I think it used to be like 2 minutes. I think they've lowered it a little bit now. But you're out for like a certain period of time. And if the opponent scores whilst you're out, the 15 seconds gets taken off that clock, so you can get back onto the pitch a bit quicker. So you're at a disadvantage whilst you are sent off. So it's best to try and keep as many people as you can, because 4 against 3 is quite hard to sort of defend against unless you're
or 4 against 2 if you're playing the game properly and tackling everybody.
I was saying, you thought playing it with Jay was a good idea?
We got 1 blue card each, so he didn't beat me in that side. But Jay can vouch for how well I performed in those kind of games. You saw what ratings I was getting.
I mean, I haven't played this game mode yet. However, that commentator needs to go take a flying fuck at itself.
Yeah. Jay made me enjoy it. Usually I play it without much sound on because any kind of commentary annoys the hell out of me. But because I was playing the headset so I could hear Jay, I had to listen to all of it sort of screaming and howling down the mic.
I mean, I never thought I'd ever be like upset to hear, what's her name? Sue, what is it?
Sue Smith, wasn't it?
Sue Smith, yeah. I never thought I'd be upset that I didn't get to hear Sue Smith's commentary compared to that fucking, See, when Jay put that clip up earlier, I was like, no, can't play this game mode.
So I was playing on mute because my monitor doesn't have any speakers. I didn't hear any of it. And when you said about it, I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then I listened back to it. And then when we played, like Grace said, I had the sound on. I was like, "What is this?" I don't know who they are. I'm sure they're very entertaining commentators and whatever they are.
It's just fucking really over the top.
Yankee Doodle cunts. Sorry, all American listeners, if we've got any American listeners, but fucking Yankee Doodle cunts.
It's just aggressively over the top. It's like, I mean, sometimes American commentary are quite fun when you watch some of the MLS games. They're a bit more into it, whereas these guys are just sort of like overhyped boys and just completely just rattling everything off. And, you know, like Fusion Frenzy, if you've ever played like those kind of commentary, we just wouldn't shut up over the top of it. But
Ian, do you want to sample the commentary here?
Go for it. Let's do it.
No,
let me do it for you. Hang on, give me 1 second. Is that the right one? Here we go. Right. For anybody listening, obviously you can't watch this, but this is basically the rush mode that I played earlier on. You get to see my fine skills and also listen to the wonderful commentary. Hopefully it kicks off.
Or not.
Or no sound. Jay didn't share his sound. Well done, Jay. Just don't share your sound then.
Yeah, some nice dead air for everyone.
Well done, Jay. There is no. You haven't shared your sound.
I've shared sound, haven't I?
Well,
you not hear that?
No.
No.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
So you.
I can hear you.
We said like 5 times. You haven't shared your sound.
I couldn't hear you because it was playing. Why didn't that play?
Good. Well, that was sweet revenge. Now you had to enjoy what I did. I wasn't hearing anything that time around.
All right, fair enough. Well, all right. Well, but I'll put it up on Twitter or something. But yeah, that's weird. I could hear it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is,
a bit obnoxious.
You're better off not being able to hear it.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the game mode itself, though, lots of fun. Especially, like I've been playing it on my own, but playing it as we did. Was it the clubs you said?
Clubs version,
yeah. There was.
Oh, so you're doing it with your actual pro?
Yeah, you can do it with your pro. You can skill up your guy by playing that method, and it's quite a quick way of skilling up your person quite quickly outside of the drop-in matches.
I may or may not be cheesing some of that if anybody would like to help level up my pro.
Well, I said to Gray,
quick copy, I'll play it.
We absolutely need to get a group of us together, either it's just the 3 of us or try and get Dan involved or whoever else has got it. And just
how many can
have a team of 4.
I think 4.
It's 4v4.
Because then you've got it's 5v5, but you can't control the keeper, am I right?
Yeah. I mean, the captain can pull the keeper out like you can.
Yeah, same as like you can in pro clubs. Yeah, you move them around and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we absolutely not. Aside from Project Game Pass, because obviously it's not in Game Pass yet. I think we need to get on this probably this week if we can, and just try to have a game together. Because it's lots of fun.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, people who are looking at picking the game up, I would highly recommend if you want to get early access before the 27th it launches. Am I right in saying?
Yeah.
Like I say, we've got the affiliate link for CD Keys. If you jump over to CD Keys and have a wee look at that just now, I was having a wee look at it earlier. If you decide you want to get the Xbox version, you can get the Ultimate Edition for $69.99 instead of $89.99? Oh, sorry, $99.99 if you don't have EA Play. If you do have EA Play, you get it for $89.99. Am I right in saying?
Yeah.
So like ridiculous, $69.99 for which is essentially the same price as the standard version. So you can get the Ultimate Edition, get yourself early access to it. Great bit of value using CD Keys to that. Like I say, the only thing downside wise is that's really only for Xbox players. PlayStation doesn't have any good deals. The only thing I would say if you're looking at PlayStation is it's worthwhile looking at their top-up cards and going for the £100 top-up, which will get you the £99 game for $88.99. So still making a bit of a saving than you would do just buying the game outright. Plus, you'll have X amount of money spare if you want to use it on FIFA points and things like that. So,
and Ian, like we said, there's a 10-hour trial, so you can join us as long as you haven't already played 10 hours of it. You can have a go of it.
I've been playing 10 hours on the last one. I've been playing an hour of the last one.
But, I think it'd be good fun. It'd be a laugh, I think, to get together and play it one evening this week.
He jokes because the fact that we played 3 matches, and then as we went to start a 4th one, mine cut out, and then Randy said, "Thank you for enjoying your trial." I burnt through my 10 hours already.
Ouch.
Yeah, I was left with 2 players who we actually do quite well without Graham. I don't know, he must have been the one dragging us down, but I quit the game halfway through because I didn't realise at that point his trial ended. I thought he'd just crashed out the game, so I quit out to go. him, and then we got the message. But it's an enjoyable game. I haven't really played much of the other like the normal game mode. I had a couple of games, and I said to Gray, I don't know if you've noticed this, Ross. It seems faster in general play. I don't know if that's just a me thing or if it's actually like sped up a little bit this time round, but.
I'll be honest. I've only played I think 4 games. I'm currently trying to do the Grail but I'm currently trying to do like the 250 goals, 75 finesse shots. 50, okay, So I'm playing it on like beginner mode, and as soon as they take kickoff, my striker dispossesses them, runs through on goal, and scores. So my gameplay experience has been limited to 45 yards of running, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's a bit harder now. If anything, you're right. The speed has made a difference. Your players can run a bit quicker, and there's people complaining about already that if you get all the speed merchants, you can have a bit of an advantage. It always starts off that way until they have balanced it out a little bit more. But the defending seems to be a lot more clever this time. They do block a lot more runs. So you might find it a bit trickier as you start upping the sort of difficulty levels. But it's just a period of adjustment thing. They always start off with a bit of kind of sort of unbalanced gameplay until people start getting moany about it and they start balancing it out a little bit more.
Have they improved? Like, I say improved. I don't know if it was maybe improves the right word, but it just seems to be that when you played it, trying to get shots off from the edge of the box just seemed to be like block, 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 block. There seemed to be an unrealistic level of defenders getting in the way of shots in the last one.
No, if anything, I'd say that's kind of worse, if not even trickier to try and sort of handle now. Because, like I said, the defending's kind of improved a little bit because the defenders can nudge now as well. So if you've got like a big sort of strong defender, you can literally body some of the weaker ones off the ball. If you're coming from behind, you can literally bump them off the ball.
So VVD is going to be like fucking...
Yeah, he was one of them. I played the Team of Heat one. He kept bodying up.
I was going to say, he's going to be like the meta defender for the first X amount of time until they start releasing promo cards and stuff like that.
So it's hard to get the ball off them. They just keep barging you out of the way and keep you at a distance. So it seems to be a bit of that. But like I said, if it gets too much, I'm sure they'll balance it out a little bit. They always do it throughout the whole year.
I mean, it's not usually part of the course that like the original launch patch for what the EA games are is brilliant, and then as soon as they start fucking with it, it starts going like fucking that because they overcompensate, and then they try and fix it, and then they overcompensate more. It's like just fucking leave it.
Yeah, they need to pick a point at kind of leaving it, but I think at the moment, I think it's notable now that the faster cards are super more overpowered because some of the high profile ones that come out aren't sort of there yet. So there's not so many sort of high-profile sort of cards out there that can sort of help balance things out a bit more. Because sometimes you just need to wait for those. But that's only in kind of the Ultimate Team thing. I haven't done a lot of like normal seasons and normal online stuff yet.
Yeah.
But that's why the Rush game's such a balancer because you've got conditions. So like that current one that's there is like you can only pick someone that's 79 overall or under. So no one can pick sort of the super juiced cards. Everyone's got a level playing field. So that's what makes it a bit more interesting. And it gives you a little extra bits for extra points. And if you pick someone from Uruguay, you get an extra 600 points, or someone from the French league or some like those kind of things. So you can get some extra points. It just encourages you to try out different people.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to jumping in Rush. I didn't realize you could do your club, your Pro as well. Which is...
I did that in the beta. I was just completely rinsed. I got to level 99 in the beta by doing that.
Not bad. Not bad.
Plays every day. Plays every day.
I mean, the thing is, I like that between... If I get an Ultimate Team this year, then probably that'll be the main one that I play. But I mean, most of the time, Pro Clubs is the mode that I play the most of. So if there's an ability to play a really unique game mode and increase... Because like last year it was Volta, and Volta was fine, but...
That's still there in a weird format. I think I saw it in the kickoff at 3v3.
Volta was dreadful.
Yeah, but I mean, like, to get, like, easy leveling up, it was fine. Like, you could set it so that as long as it was the old fucking 5 pence piece under your DS controller to cycle around fucking Lumino's City, level up your fucking eggs and Pokemon. Ian, to give you the reference. You could do the same idea with Volta last year. If you put a elastic band around your controller, as long as your player was moving, you could basically AFK Volta mode and get points for your Pro Clubs player. So it was fine for that. But at least if this mode's a bit more enjoyable, then you get the benefit of having the increase for your Pro whilst playing a nice game mode.
Jamie, what's your favourite game mode?
He's only played Rush.
Yeah, so far just Rush, and actually it's kind of like I'm not going to be starting become a football fan by any means.
He's playing Ultimate Team. He's going to have an Ultimate Team by the end of the year. We're going to be sitting there randomly when instead of going for his fucking 138 / where he plays guess the game, we're going to get a screenshot of the companion app being like, oh, look, I just packed. Fuck Gray's pick of the week. Look what I fucking got.
I mean,
Jay, what's your best
pull, Jay?
My best pull so far is actually winning a game of Rush. Not many. The amount I've played, I've played like probably about 8 or 9 games, and I've only won like maybe 3 at a push. But that's decent for someone of my high intellect and skill. But I mean, you mentioned it, Graham.
Yeah.
What's your best pull?
Yes, I got one. Not the super highest one, but if I was sort of about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I would have been a bit more excited. But it's probably one of the top 2 of the most well-known football players in the world.
Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Sadly, he's only an 86 overall now.
Yeesh.
So he's pretty much a down player of his sort of stats. But yeah, packing Ronaldo is not too bad in one of your first kind of pulls. Top this year.
Haaland.
Yeah, of Haaland or Mbappe, I'm sure. Those would be the top 2. About 90, 91. So, it's usually those 2 that are the highest rated ones. And I think De Bruyne is around a 90, 91 as well. But yeah, that's my pack, Jay. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Have you done any of the 2 SBCs that have launched yet, Alaba or Haaland?
Jeez, I saw them. It's like, what kind of mental case?
The Alaba one's not too bad.
Yes,
it's only like 90,000 coins or something. Which is still ridiculous for the game not being launched yet, and you've either got a $10 trial or you've paid £100 to buy it early. Yeah. But the Haaland one, holy shit! For 1 extra star, like for 1 extra rating and no extra playstyles. What the fuck?
Yeah, and they always do this ridiculous kind of
That's
thing. The amount of
mental.
Put in to be able to get those cards. It's talking about some serious money to try and.
Oh, you're talking about like traders who are like fucking paying Discord servers to know like what's going up, what's going down. Fucking $8.99 a month to say where they need to be and things like that. Yeah.
They say they're going to crack down on those kind of people. There's people that play the market where they know who's going to be popular at the start. So like someone like Bellingham or something that's going to be quite highly kind of sought after. They just keep scanning the market and buying them at a lower price. And then just reselling them at their base rate and keep upping it. And so they keep
the one I seen was Van Dijk, and it was £206,000 on like day one launch. And then when the web app came out, when the web app came out, it was £206,000. Then the EA trial launched and it dropped down to 180. Then they said by full launch, you'll be back up to like 220. And then by the first week of champs, you'll be like 216. I'm like, how the fuck can you know that a week before the game comes out?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're just fucking ruining it for people by like the market being set up that early.
I assume that question is for you, Ross.
Yes, it is. That is the wonderful Mr. Talk is the person that plays in my network save on Football Manager 22. His question is regards to his new striker that he's just got back off loan and looks like he's going to be a wonder kid. But no, he's not an EA 25 because he's shit. And he's going to get his legs broken in the Community Shield. Because he cost me my unbeaten season last season, which we'll get into later in the podcast.
I was going to say, are you crossing the streams here with the two football types?
Yeah.
The football managers and the football clubs, I guess.
We will discuss my hatred for that little prick later on in this show.
Indeed, we will get to that. But so EAFC, if you enjoyed it, good stuff, let us know. I'm surprisingly enjoying the rush mode, and like I said, hopefully we'll get it together and play a few games of it later this week, including Ian. Get him in there.
There was a childish pack as well. I managed to pack the unfortunate German lady whose surname was Minge. So it's not often, but it happens. I packed Minge.
It does. It's not an everyday occurrence.
I feel like for some reason that comment's appropriate at the same time as well from your good friend Graham here. He says never.
You never cross swords.
Never cross swords. No, I mean you could, but that's for a topic for after dark.
Hey,
perhaps.
what happens at EGX with Dan and Ian is it stays at EGX. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly, we keep it there.
Exactly, it's for the best. That's for the best. Right. That's enough EAFC for 1 week. As much as I'm enjoying it, we must get on to other things. Ian,
hello.
I haven't got a list of things you've been playing here, but also, do you want to do the honours and prepare us while you tell us about a video game of your choosing?
Yes. Oh, do you want me to do the top 5? Sounds good.
Yeah, go on. Give us the top 5.
So I'll give you a top 5.
Personalised notebook, y'all.
There we go. So in anticipation, because I love this franchise and the game.
What is the top 5 Space Marines to play as?
No, not that bad.
They're all covered by Scipius.
It'd be Cherian,
Titus.
And
Titus is worse. Titus is going to bin. So because Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom comes out in a couple of days' time.
So it does.
I need the last 5 Zelda games that were released, please.
I'm just got like me and Ian. You can talk at the moment. I have never played a Zelda game in my life, so there is 0 point in me taking part in this.
Well, you can name 5 Zelda games.
I cannot name. I can name 3 Zelda games. Sorry.
Well, put them down, and you might get lucky. And then put 2 random words down. Whilst talk about game I've been playing the one.
Can I ask a quick question? Is this just like the main console ones, or are you including like Switch ones and DS
Switch
ones?
Main console, mate.
Okay.
Switch is the main console. What are you on about?
Ooh.
No, are you? No, I'm like DS and stuff like that, or not DS at this point. You know what I mean?
I'm just going by the last 3DS. 5 games that's listed.
All right, released. Carry on.
That includes, and I'll give you a hint. Includes remakes.
Okay.
So I've been playing a wonderful game that is called DJ Max Respect 5.
DJ Max.
So it's a rhythm game. Very, very good actually to play sliding. We can't put it off for a long time, but my mates keep telling me to kind of give it a go. It's sort of like it's better to play on, I find, on PC than it is on Xbox, because obviously it's all about button pumps, and I feel the layout on the keyboard is much easier to kind of get the timing right when you're pushing it. So it's like A and S, and then it's L and whatever the one next to L is. What's it called? Semicolon. So you can use those buttons. And if you want, you can. There's like a 4 key, 5 key, 6 key, or 8. Sorry, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it is. From that keys to do. So then you can kind of expand how many times you're pressing the button to how difficult you want to play. But like Guitar Hero with easy, medium, hard, and the more buttons, kind of you have to push. I can normally, I'm only doing 4 key because I tried to do like 6 key where I'm trying to do 3 buttons on each hand, and that gets a bit crazy because it's all about timings and stuff. Each song has different variable difficulties as well, so you've got some songs which are a lot easier than others. But yeah, it's got quite a lot of random assortment of music, shall we say? A lot of it is Japanese inspired. I was watching a couple of videos where you can see like people doing like 8 keys and like the hardest songs, and they're just hitting all the fucking notes, and it's like, how the fuck are you doing this? Whereas I struggle with even 4 notes, and I'm like, oh, what am I doing? But yeah, so thoroughly good game.
I missed. Sorry, what instrument? What are you using to play it? Sorry,
keyboard.
To keyboard. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, so I prefer keyboard over controller because it's easy to push the buttons. I think with controller, you're using obviously the main 4 buttons A X Y A X Y A B. Thank you. Yeah. And then the LBRB if you want to extend it afterwards. And I find that's a bit too much. Whereas the keyboard is just nice and easy laid out. A lot more fun. We're doing that one. Same again. When I've been playing, I've been getting into rhythm games recently. Don't know why, but I started playing a bit of Headbangers Wild as well. I'm doing that on PC as well, and that's a lot more easier.
Did you not suggest that for
Project Game Pass?
Project Game Pass, yes.
Yeah, it came second to something else. I can't remember what.
Yeah, we did have a go there, didn't we? Me and you.
We did play. Yeah, we played a bit. I saw Graham joined in as well.
Yeah,
and that was good fun actually. But then again, it was. I find now playing a bit more on the PC wise. I've been like try that, and I'm doing more on PC. I'm getting a bit more further. I'm getting to the final round, but always fuck up the final round because it's like one hit, one kill. I always fuck up the final. I haven't won the tournament yet, but I've been getting to the final quite frequently now. But again, you're playing against a lot of bots as well, so because it's not that popular at the moment. So you do find like a lobby of like maybe like 4 or 5 people, and the 4 or 5 people get into the finals. So like then you're fucked. So the reality is that you get into the wars, and you've been all the bots, and then you get to the end like I'm playing against 3 people now. There's 5 of us, and we're like, yep, dies pretty much like 3rd or 4th every night again. I don't think we've got runners up yet. But still, like I say, both DJ Max and Headbangers Wow, both thoroughly enjoyable games. Especially like rhythm games and music games. Definitely give it a go. And then if you can, try on PC more than console, because I just find it a lot more enjoyable. Because you actually I feel like I'm doing better when I'm playing on the PC with a controller, which is surprising because a lot of times they say controllers are a lot more easier to use in most games. But I find with rhythm games, it's definitely PC is the way to go.
Yeah, nice. So I only just managed to find the trailer. Was this on Game Pass at one point?
This was on Game Pass.
Yeah, this is why we were talking about Project. Oh no, sorry, that's what I was mixed up. Sorry, yeah.
DJ Max was on Game Pass. Headbangers is still on Game Pass. This was on Game Pass. As you can see, it goes a bit clusterfuck crazy. And there's loads of modes. There's like online mode. You can play 2-player and stuff. So, and there's all again couch co-op as well, so you can play together locally as well.
Jesus. See, this just wants me to play. This just makes me want a remake of Guitar Hero.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Guitar Heroes.
But the original Guitar Heroes, not the one where they changed the button type on the new guitars.
Oh, yeah, to make it like an actual proper guitar.
Yeah, where they had just the 5 buttons, with the different colours. That, not the fucking ones where you can move across your fingers to... No, the original.
Exactly.
The original one was good. I did want to try like the pro guitar they had, where it had all the different.
It was wank. It was fucking wank.
Yeah, I couldn't justify buying it by the time it came out at that point because it was quite expensive.
What was the other one? Band Hero. That was the other one where you could get a drum kit.
Yeah, that was quite cool.
And then did you not get DJ Hero as well, where you got a deck?
Yeah, it was a DJ Hero. But this sort of look at the turntable. I'm not going anywhere near that.
Had the buttons on top of the deck. What the fuck?
Yeah. I was so tempted to get one, especially with my DJ phase when it was lockdown. I was like, and I looked sometimes and it's like, oh no, I can't justify spending the money on just getting one of those. I know I'll play it for like once or twice, and
that'll be it. Fucking chucked up the fucking loft, never to be seen again.
Exactly. So I thought, no,
sell it to CEX in a couple of years.
That's it, for less money you paid for, like literally not. So yeah, no, I left it at
that. Fair enough. So, have you ever played? I'm just trying to find the name of the game now. Harmonix did a game where it was like DJ Hero basically, but it was on. I think it was on Xbox and definitely on Switch, and it was basically a case of like mixing like different beats into a song, and they had like a massive list of songs of all sorts of genres, and you could mix like the drums from Killing the Name Of with the lyrics of Bad Girl, and the guitar riff of All Star by Smash Mouth, and just like the whole idea was to try and mix tracks like you were a DJ. But
is that not just TikTok?
Yeah. I mean, it could very well be. Just I'm trying to
that
find
does sound brilliant.
I played it on the Switch. Too. Oh, Fuser, that was it. And it was pretty
that
good
sounds awesome. To be fair,
it was really good fun playing the demo. It was on the Switch like a demo. I don't know if there's an Xbox demo of it or not.
See, I want a review by next week.
Yeah, I might be getting that. That sounds brilliant.
Yeah, no, it was really good fun. But I felt like the demo kind of did enough for me, so I didn't need to bother going any further. But yeah, I'd recommend checking that one out.
The demo on Switch then, because usually they're quite good with demos.
Yeah, definitely check that one out. Cool.
So let's get this formality over.
Yeah, I mean,
having to challenge Jay on bloody Zelda games.
Yeah,
I thought you might know something, Graham.
I was going to say I might be overthinking.
We're talking to the guy that's bought fucking Ocarina of Time about 8 times.
Ian, see for next week, could we do Dragon Ball Z sagas in order?
Well, that could be very, very controversial.
Yeah, I was about to say, bloody.
That's why I said Dragon Ball Z. No, don't put your GT or original or Kai or anything like that. Just
the
Z.
first half of GT doesn't exist anyway. Anyway, right, Ian, what are we doing? Top 5 what? Or 5 recent?
You know what the top 5 is, so...
I'm waiting for you to repeat it.
Sorry,
can I give my answers first, just so I can get it out of the way, because I don't know the answers.
Go on then, Ross.
So I've got Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
It's hard to type stuff down.
I'm not going to get them right. I've got 2 right that I know of.
And even he said 4.
Right, so I've got Tears of the Kingdom as the newest.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
Give me one more, please.
I genuinely don't even know any other titles.
Give me a name.
I don't know anything. I really don't.
Just smash some words together. That's all they do.
Dark Side of the Moon.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not having controversial last time when you didn't say 4. You know,
there you go. Dark Side, like Legend of Zelda, Dark Side of the Moon. Fucking take Transformers to give me a hand.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Okay,
I've got the same first 2. So Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, and I thought there was like a Link to the Past remake, so I put that. And then I put Zelda Ocarina of Time, the 20th different version edition with extra bigger tits on the Thirsty Fish Princess. And Zelda, I think it was called
Thirsty Fish Princess.
Yeah.
Bigger tits.
You heard him.
You've seen her. She's proper thirsty.
I've never seen. I didn't even know until recently that Link was the main character and female.
Boss, you've got a 3-point lead. Shut up.
I don't even remember what that thing was called. But yeah, she's the Fish Princess anyway.
I know what you mean. Yeah, and the 5th game.
I think it put 4 swords or dueling swords or something like that. It was a Switch game, but so I remember seeing that one come out, so I picked that.
I love that. And
right, in the interest of transparency, I realise I've enabled one of these wrong, so I'm going to read it as I've written it. But it's definitely you got one of them. No, I didn't get great. So Tears of the Kingdom. I put Link Between Worlds when I meant Link to the Past, but I put Link Between Worlds. Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker HD, and Twilight Princess HD.
Okay, because obviously I'm on laptop and it's been funny. I'm gonna have to switch windows, so give me a second.
Well, right, let's fill the air. Oh, no, we ready?
It's fine. You just have to tell me what many you got because I'm trusting you all now. You said your words.
Okay.
So,
I got 2.
In no particular order. I'm allowing space in any order because it's harder one than Assassin's Creed. So we've got Tears of the Kingdom. Was the last one, 2023. Then in 2021, it was Skyward Sword HD.
And I'm out.
Oh, I wrote that and I took it away.
In 2019, it was Link's Awakening.
And I'm out.
And then it was Breath of the Wild. And then it was Twilight Princess HD. So
yeah, I think
I got 2 correct answers, but not in any order.
You both got the Switch ones, didn't you? I don't. Yeah. I think
you got 3.
Perhaps
you win,
slightly favoured, perhaps, but I'm going to take it because I need a point.
The game coming out next week, Echoes of the Week.
Exactly.
Are
you going to play it?
I am going to play it. Yes, I am.
What's coming out next week?
Echoes of Wisdom.
Echo of Wisdom. Yeah.
Jay, I've got a feeling I'm going to ask a question that I may end up regretting asking, but
go on.
I have a Switch.
Congratulations, sir. I have one as well. Would you like to?
And a 3DS.
Okay, well done.
If you were to say you should start with X in the Zelda series, what would it be? And now, as I've just premised, I've got a 3DS and a Switch. I'm not buying another console to play it.
See, now
I know what Jay will say.
Jay's going to say Ocarina of Time.
Jay's going to say Ocarina of Time, but I think Ocarina of Time is overrated. But it's still
Where do I play that?
Yeah, you can play on the Switch.
That's on the Switch or the Switch because the backwards compatibility, not the backwards.
Yeah, on Switch Online.
That is it. Or you got the actual game, which is on the actual 3DS. Which is
I think you should probably just start with Tears of the Kingdom.
I would
not Breath of the Wild.
I would say Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild first, and then go Tears.
I was tempted with Breath of the Wild, but
no,
I do think Tears is a better game overall.
So the only reason that I'm questioning it is because I know there's the big weird guy. Is it Ganondorf?
Yeah, that's the one.
So do you need any backstory?
Oh no! Fuck no!
Again, I am just asking. I've never played a Zelda game in my life.
So I think if you want to play Tears first, don't, because Jamie's an idiot. Play Breath of the Wild first, because there's some backstory to those two games.
Right.
And I find Breath of the Wild a better game than Tears.
Right.
But if you do want something more simple and easier, I probably would say something like Link's Awakening, which is also on the Switch. It's a very good game because I love the 3D, the DS, Nintendo GameCube version, and the remake was brilliant.
As I say, because I know it's technically like, would you call it an RPG? Technically,
yeah.
It's like an action RPG. Yeah.
So obviously there's like story. So I didn't know if you need to have like knowledge of lore and things like that.
It's a bit like having, say, Mario as a story. You're just a guy saving Zelda each time.
Got it.
There is a sort of a timeline which they published, I think, after Breath of the Wild come out. And I think technically Breath of the Wild is the first game, like in the timeline.
Chronologically,
it's all over the fucking place. It really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No. I would say if you want something more 3D open world goodness in the third person form, I would say, well, all of them are third person to lie. I would say go for Breath of the Wild. If you want something more simple, kind of going old school, I would say Link's Awakening.
You're skipping past the first thirsty fish princess.
I mean, Ocarina of Time is still an incredible game, but I do think if you haven't played it before, you're probably going to struggle to get into that now compared to
only once you
something
get to
like
the
Breath
water
of the Wild. Or, I mean, the
Wealth Temple is better on the 3DS, so yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, it's easier on the 3DS. Anyway, we could talk about Zelda all day. But basically,
sorry, hold on. Well, before we get into it, there we go. I'll change
the 3DS version.
I'll change it at the bottom. There we go. This is the Xbox Tavern's
Nintendo Minute. Thank you very much. Yeah, so Ocarina of Time, if you're going to play it on a 3DS, like Ian said. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they're pretty interchangeable. I do think Tears of the Kingdom is the better game overall, but I haven't finished that one yet. But Breath of the Wild is still
fantastic.
That I would say, like my top 5 games of all time, it would be very difficult to choose between the 3 of them in terms of only having one. They probably all 3 would be in there. But then obviously, you've got Resident Evil to consider, and
nobody has got Resident Evil in the top 5 games of all time. Nobody has got Resident Evil in the top 5 games. I love Silent Hill. It's not in my top 5 games of all time.
And everyone knows Resident Evil 5 is the best Resident Evil.
Well, hang on, right, let's fucking bin this off. Right,
it's the one I've put the most hours into.
Xbox Nintendo Minute, Tavern podcast. You can find us everywhere. Fucking get in the bin, whatever. Right, anyway, thank you very much for that. Top 5. So where's the scores now? Do you know the scores? I've forgotten the scores.
3-0.
I'm still ahead, but that one shit the bed. So if we can do Dragon Ball Z, Fallout, Borderlands,
something that's happening around the time.
Yeah, but see, that's a fair way to do it. So it's good. That's good. So
could I just also point out that Sparkling Zero is due to come out for Dragon Ball?
Yeah, not for a few weeks yet. It's like the middle of October.
I'm just saying it's relevant.
Yeah, but next one's going to be top 5 football players.
Oh, that's subjective though.
We're in. Anyway, right, we can talk about top 5 goodness another time. Ian, I feel like we front-loaded the show quite a lot with EAFC talk. Have you got another game you want to tell us about before we get into some other stuff?
The last game I played, which is the other game I've only played this week, is The Last Case of Benedict Fox.
Oh, boo! Get in the bin.
Why
get in the bin?
I thought that'd have been up your street, Jay.
Yeah, no, I was quite enjoying it until I hit a bug where I couldn't finish it, and I would have had to start the whole game again, and I was quite near the end, so I just binned it off.
Yeah,
there was a part where you open a door and you get like a book or something, and then when the cutscene reloaded, I was on the other side of the door without the way to get back through, and then I literally couldn't do anything. So
has it been patched?
And go to
never.
You press start. Yeah, you don't. That's going to happen. You press start and go show anchor, and then you anchor to the foyer, and then you talk to the old man.
I can assure you, there was no way of getting out of where I was in, because the cutscene didn't even play properly.
Because
it completely
you can teleport anywhere you want in the game.
And he proved Jay.
I'm telling you.
It sounds like you just tried.
I tried so much, and I even messaged the developers, and they gave me all these things to try. Literally nothing worked.
I was in touch with Phil Spencer, and he said I could not fix the game.
My review's up on xboxtime.com right now, and like I said, I was quite enjoying it up until that point, but it put me off. Anyway, that's beside the point. That's old news. I'm done with it now. I've gotten over it. Obviously, Ian, what are your thoughts on the?
Not better in the slightest.
Clearly, he's got over it. So I actually really enjoyed it. Like the combat was quite fun. A bit difficult at some points when they kind of some of the bosses overwhelmed me, especially the Inquisitor, whatever it was. We had to kind of run away from him and open up free. Yeah, a bit like that. So basically, with the boss, we had to kind of there's like 3 different orbs. That's because shield, and you have to kill 3 different orbs, hit 3 different orbs basically to lower his shield. And that was a fucking pain in the ass because they're all over the map, and he kind of chases you basically, and pretty much like 2 hits and you're dead. So that was kind of annoying. But actually, apart from that bit, that one moment which I managed to do, that was quite a good fun little game. Easy going, good storyline. Don't want to give too many spoilers away, but I think if you do enjoy your kind of like what do you call it, side-scrolling action adventure kind of where you kind of sort of smallly open world, but not that crazy open world because if you go around the map, it's like there's 2 areas. It's like you're going to like 2 different mind bodies of people. James and I can't remember the other lady's name.
Am I right in saying this is who was that developed this?
It was. I can have to Google that
because I remember this being at a showcase one year, thinking that
it was quite a big like idea Xbox like get when it was like in the pre-release and coming out.
Yeah,
it come to Game Pass day 1, I think.
Yeah, it was. But I'm trying to remember. It was quite like when I first seen it, I was like, "Oh, that's a big one."
Yeah, it was Plot Twist and Rogue Games. Never heard of Plot Twist. It seems only done one game on the TA.
I genuinely thought this would have been, as I say, right up J Street, and it was given
it was
up until the point of the glitch, but
yeah, like I say,
it's totally over.
I think it's got good combat. Like I say, you got different abilities you can have, like shields, or it's quite good. Like the parries kind of works quite well. J Love, you know what J Love for a fucking parry and a reversal.
I love a parry or 2.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, actually, it's kind of difficult to explain the story without giving too much spoilers away. But Jake,
how far did you say you were? Sorry,
completed it.
1000 G'd it, mate.
Okay,
of course.
No glitch whatsoever.
No glitch.
Of course, I shouldn't.
One weird glitch was when I had to reload the game, which basically when you started running forward, he would then all of a sudden when you jump, you need to jump like you could go left and right, but when you go to jump left, his character would just jump left, and like it's not like he's still like he's running forward. Your character wouldn't turn around, and then that was really weird. So then when I reloaded the game, that kind of fixed that glitch there. That was the only glitch that kind of actually happened for me, which was very bizarre because it was really annoying me for a while. So, for fuck's sake, I'll just reload it.
Well, yeah, I probably should go back and see if my issue's been fixed, but yeah, we were trying all sorts of stuff
now, haven't they? So
yeah,
it seems because obviously when I was looking up something because I got stuck somewhere, I was like, this seems like a really old guide because this doesn't make sense. And then when I realized, that's because different edition needs to do something differently this time around. It's like, okay, that makes sense. And then so I did it. So maybe it's fixed now with the brand new Bus Definitive Edition.
Not that I remember what the hell was going on or where I was or what I was doing, but maybe one day when there's not a million other games to play, maybe I'll be like, do you know what? Let's get back to the last case of Benedict Fox. But you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. Saved the world.
Good.
Everyone's alive. Most people are dead. Weapons hates me. Job done.
Nice. Well done, sir. Well done. You made me proud. I feel like I've completed it on just sort of like a contact completion just by being near you.
Done it vicariously through.
Yeah. In this wonderful podcast, 8 p.m. Yeah, surprise one for you. Cool. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I didn't really explain that really well, but yeah, I played that game.
No, it's good. It's still on Game Pass. I'm assuming that's why you got to play it. Yeah. So yeah, go check it out if you're even remotely interested. Let's have a look at the list we've got here. Graham, I'm really keen to hear about Karate Kid Street Rumble.
I love how you avoid the FM chat. It's fucking lovely.
We're saving best to last. That's why.
So yeah, Karate Kid Street Rumble. That is an interesting kind of game. It's taken the likes of an old school Double Dragon style game or like Final Fighting as well, like that. And is just sort of brought it to sort of a current sort of gaming level, but kept its very sort of nostalgic feel to it. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I'm still not fully convinced if the intro music on the menu screen is actually from the game, from the movie itself. But what they've done is they've put it in there. So the sprites, if anything, look like kind of the characters, and it's just taken parts from sections of the film. As you may have noticed, there's up to sort of 4 people can play it at the same time, and you can play as obviously Daniel LaRusso, Mr. Miyagi, and this is where it gets a bit weird. You can play as Kumiko, who was kind of she was in the second Karate Kid one. She was just his love interest, whose son you were able to play as her, and Ali, who's the love interest in the first one, who you were fighting over with Johnny Lawrence. So you can play as 2 of the love interests, so you can sort of start whooping. I thought it might have been Hilary Swank's character from the third Karate Kid, but nope, that's completely not there and not talked about at all. But it's just, the setups to the story. There's like little slideshows where it sort of tells you snippets of the movie. They've made Mr. Miyagi some sort of pot-bellied guy who's supposed to be this sort of karate master, and they're giving him a bit of a chubby tummy, so he just looks like he's out of shape. And then you see the sort of the sprites there. He looks not bad in a sprite format, but the game, the setup is quite nice of it. You can have you can do some sort of special moves similar to like how you can do sort of special moves in Streets of Rage. So you've got if you stand still and press the special button, you do one move, you move forwards and do special, do another move, and then up and down special, you do different special moves. But you have like a special bar that you have to do like normal combos to build it up to be able to do those special moves. It doesn't take your health away in like some of the other games to do those special moves. So it encourages you to kind of do them, so you can sort of do some combos and then mix in a special move to do it to sort of ramp up the damage. You have a kind of like a parry button in a way, which is quite hard to pull off. I just do the old school. What you do in Double Dragon is you wait until they come to hit you and walk around the other side of them, start pummeling them that way, which works on like the normal kind of players, but then on the bosses, it doesn't work so well. But yeah, I mean, difficulty-wise, it starts off pretty simple, and then as you get to sort of bigger, tougher guys, it's a bit more trickier, because if you just try to sort of welly them, they'll eventually they can just hit through your combos, and you don't go down like the bosses do. So you can't just well them; you have to do a proper hit and run. Sort of dance around and build up your combos and hit them with a couple of specials. But yeah, it's quite good fun. There's like there's like 20-ish levels, but not all of them are main levels. In between sort of 1 or 2 levels, they've got like little mini games that you can do, which are either different timing based games that you sort of do with another character. It's supposed to be like all 4 of you play against each other, it's kind of similar to like in like the original Mortal Kombat, where every now and then you had like a test your might, whereas like you and your friend had to sort of try and hit the button as fast as you can to do like as many bricks or whatever. Yeah. And this one has like like bits from the game where he had to dodge like a pendulum that was swinging, and as it comes close, you have to press the button at the right time to sort of dodge the pendulum. And it's got like different kind of ones as well about catching the fly. So you got to press the button at the right time to catch the fly, and whoever catches the most flies at the end gets the most points and stuff. And what they've done is they've locked away certain power-ups from boosts by leveling. So as you sort of progress through the levels and complete the levels, you can level up, and you can either get extra lives, you can unlock other different kind of special moves, or if what they've done is, so instead of using like your special moves, if you keep the special bar full, when an enemy hits you, it takes down your special meter before it takes down your health, so you can kind of use it as a shield. So that's a neat little mechanic that I thought works quite well in this kind of game. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think it's got online play, but it's definitely for player locally, which is quite cool.
And have you been playing it with the kids, or have you just been playing it solo?
Solo for me. I tried to get them involved, but they weren't too interested, sort of tearing away from their Roblox. Yeah, so after you've done the main game, they've got like a boss rush mode, and you can play the mini game separately as well, and you can go through the story on like 3 higher difficulty tiers to sort of really kind of ramp it up. So yeah, the gameplay is actually pretty decent for this kind of style game. It's you get what you get from it. And
does it play like the Turtles game, like Turtles?
Kind of, yeah.
Shredder's Revenge and stuff like that.
Those kind of style games, yeah. So, like I said, Double Dragon, they're all kind of that kind of theme, sort of progressing through the stage. And the stages can be quite long. And you get your random food inside boxes as you progress through the level.
Trash can chicken for the win.
And chicken. So, yeah, they still appear as well as sort of bits that sort of power up your... you find bonsai trees because it's Karate Kid. And if it goes up, it fills up your special gauge as well. But yeah, I mean, some of the special moves sort of simulate what they did. So, like, Daniel Sands, he's got his little crane kick if you do his sort of normal special move. So it's, as I said, it's sticking close to the film. It's taking cuts from the film. The players are there from the film. But yeah, it's just the drawing slideshows are terrible. They barely look like the actual people, but the sprites themselves look all right. Yeah. So, considering sort of the Cobra Kai and everything, that TV series is pretty awesome. And then you see like the video clip you saw, the sprites look quite close to the actual characters. But when you see the little cutscene sort of slideshows of pictures, they're doing a proper disservice. They've done them dirty a little bit there. So making Mr. Miyagi tubby was a bit. That's a crime.
He's got the old drunken master, like in Virtua Fighter, whatever his name was, Shen Li, whatever his name was. I wanted to give this a go, but go on, Ross.
I was just going to say, I've no idea why they don't make games like that. Like, as Gray was saying, why is not out of the box online multiplayer? Like, it's the perfect genre to just be 4 people jumping around, Streets of Rage type idea, where it would just make it more enjoyable. Like, I get the couch co-op aspect of it, but why it's not online multiplayer in this day and age just doesn't add up to me.
Well, even Streets of Rage 4, like, that was an incredible like reinvention of the Streets of Rage games. Yeah. But that had 4-player local, but only 2-player online.
Which is stupid.
Why can't we have 4-player online? There must be a reason for it. Who knows? But yeah, I would definitely have played this with Gray by now if we had had online play in it, because I love these sort of side-scrolling brawler type games. I have no chance to play it yet.
Yeah, quite fun, a decent kind of playthrough, and it, like I said, the levels are quite long, so it's not like a critically rinse and repeat and sort of dash through it. And going through it on harder difficulties will definitely be a challenge. But yeah, they just done Mr. Miyagi a bit dirty.
Fucking Mr. Miyagi.
Well, very nice. Well, I look forward to seeing your review on up at xboxtavern.com in the coming days and weeks, whenever it may be. Ross, I'm not going to you yet because I've got one game first before we get into it. I've been playing a game. We played Project Game Pass. What did we play? Golf with Your Friends, and there was another golf theme.
Turbo Golf Racing.
Turbo Golf Racing. There we go. Thank you. And I got to preview a game called House of Golf on PC a couple of months back now. It come out on Xbox. I never got around to actually playing the Xbox version, but rather handily, my PC preview code has turned into the official, like the full game. So I've been playing that quite a lot. And do you know what? It's actually quite a lot of fun. It's basically mini golf, but set in a house, as you'll see. It's sort of like Micro Machines type thing mixed with mini golf.
Oh, I'm all
the courses are all created with household objects. So, like, I mean, there's a bit of creative liberty given. You know, you've got little ramps like Scalextric type, like plastic ramps that have been made, stacked up on books, and fans that will blow you off course. And easy, Graham. I saw that little as you can see here, and lots of different sort of household objects scattered around the place. And it's just a simple, set your power tee shot, hit the button, aim it as best as you can, and away it goes. And I think so far I've done 6 of the championships, but I haven't quite done the level I'm at now good enough to unlock the next set of championships yet. There is multiplayer stuff, and they do like weekly challenges and stuff. I had to go at that. I didn't do very well in the one I did yesterday. But it's just a simple, fun golf game. There is online play if we ever got around to it, like on Game Pass, if it ever come to that, something like that. But yeah, it's just a simple, fun, and very good looking mini golf game. Basically, get all sorts of different like skins for the ball you can get. There's like, I had a bumblebee with his little antlers flapping around as I was knocking it about the place. Or I've got a disco ball now. Easy. I've got a disco ball now, which makes it all nice. shiny and glittery. It's running on like Unreal 5, so like, there's lots of ray tracing and reflections and lighting everywhere. It's very pretty. But yeah, it's a very good game. There's coins and stuff to collect to unlock the other skins. There's also, like I said, like the challenges and stuff to do should you wish to give yourself a good go. But yeah, it's an enjoyable little golf game. If you enjoy a bit of mini golf, it's on Xbox. Like I said, I'll be playing on PC, but it's well worth a shot. Should you be interested in that sort of thing?
But the thing is, see a game like that,
lots of fun.
And the same with Golf with Friends and Turbo Golf Racing. You cannot pick a fault with it, because what it is a very simplistic, very easy idea game, but executed really well. That game there looked gorgeous in regards to the visual aspect of it, and it's just simple multiplayer fun, great laugh. You cannot go wrong with that sort of game.
No, it looks like I said. Part of the reason that it caught my eye was because how good it looked. Like the way they used the features of Unreal 5 is quite impressive. But
I mean, if that game came to Game Pass next month, I would have no objections picking it.
Absolutely, and I think it would be a fun game. I haven't actually played it in multiplayer, like online anyway. I've played a little bit of local, but it's sort of turn based. So
you know the idea
slow
of it.
Paced. But the levels themselves, they're not massive, but they're quite intricate. But there's tons of little shortcuts and alternate routes you can take to either collect the medals to unlock the other stuff, or just to try and find a different route. Like there'll be little green like patches on the ground. You land on that, and a little crane will come down and lift you up and put you nearer the hole. Or there's other ones that will actually like hinder you and send you back the way, or teleports that will send you right on top of the hole, stuff like that. And it's all up for experimentation, and just a lot of fun. Like even like I said, just playing on my own. I was making dinner yesterday while I was waiting for the stuff in the oven to finish. Have a quick game of House of Golf 2, and it's tremendous. Great little game. So I highly recommend it. Like I said, if it comes to get Xbox Game Pass, I should say, absolutely be up for that at some point. But as it is, would recommend it either way. Very, very good game. I've got many other games I can talk about. Should we talk about Warhammer, lads?
Warhammer!
We've been going way too long. We did play some operations earlier on. You can go find our YouTube gameplay that we were playing for 2.5 hours, I think it was the video turned out to be. And we did operations 2 through 5. We've got one left to do, which we'll get back to at some point soon. But it was a lot of fun.
Such a good game.
It is a really good game. It's really, really
one of the ones
really
where
fun.
I thought I would never actually pick up. I never even give it a look because I can look into it. Especially when you started selling to me like, oh, it's like Gears of War. I was like, for fuck's sake.
It is like Gears of War, but if
big,
they were
heavy, meaty men,
hardcore.
It's so much better than Gears of War. Like,
let's not get carried away.
But it is so much better, mate. Sorry to say, but I'm better than fucking what's her name? Oh, I got a headache. Oh, it's like
exactly. Old Cherian doesn't get a headache, does he? He just fucking smashes.
He just powers on.
Exactly.
You wasn't Cherian for this bit though. We were different people.
No,
we were. We
like Cherian get pissed off at Gadriel saying, "What the fuck are you doing, Gadriel? I could do this." Fuck you.
Yeah, just did it. Yes, I am too hardcore. Anyway, no spoil. Have you finished yet, Ross?
No.
No spoilers then. We'll move on from here. We'll come back to this when Ross is done. But yeah,
that'll be next year.
Really good.
Ooh. I'm sorry, Mr. 2 years behind on Project Game Pass.
Hey.
Is that when Hades came out?
Damn right.
Whoa. All right. Well, we've put it off long enough. We've been going for long enough. So now it's time to end the podcast. Thank you very much for listening. You've been a pleasure. Ross, come on.
Yes.
You teased it right an hour and 12 minutes ago.
I did.
You're some sort of champion. Come on.
I am.
Lay in.
So, previous episode, we'll regale ourselves with the fact that I was undefeated in the league, going for a first Premier League title in 5-6 years. One or two, I can't remember what it was. So, the first part of that, I did win the Premier League. Technically came down to the last game of the season, but not really. I had a massive goal difference.
Against him or someone else?
Against Bristol City. Yeah, Bristol City finished second.
Is this, sorry, before you carry on, is this Graham that was in the chat earlier on?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so Graham, if you're still there, please make sure you're verifying all of these facts.
The
anything.
The reason
we know, he's the best player ever, but you could be here with an alternate take.
The reason that he has mentioned said specific player in EA25 is his striker, who was on loan at Chelsea last season. And my unbeaten record went to like the third, fourth last game of the season, and I lost to Chelsea. But I lost to Chelsea in the 95th minute. And it was his striker that was on loan that got the winning goal to take away my undefeated streak for the season. Hence why he is mentioning Jutsil in the chat, because he was the only team that could beat me last season in the league, and it was his fucking on loan striker that caused me to not have a perfect season.
This is outrageous.
Yeah, so the season finished with Brighton finishing top of the league and winning the FA Cup, and Bristol City won the Carabao Cup and the Champions League. So I didn't get to do a press interview. Annoyingly, I didn't get to the final to do a press interview. Bristol City replaced me in the final. They actually bet me in the semis over 2 legs. I would like to say that they were scared of Brighton.
You bowled it, basically, is what you're trying to say.
Well, the first leg was at Bristol City Stadium, and they won, I think, 3-2, 3-1, 3-2. It was a tight game. And the second leg came back to Brighton Stadium, and without fucking about, Bristol City shat the bed and played anti-football.
You bottled it.
They played 2 defensive mids.
I'm hearing a lot of excuses here.
4 defenders, 2 centre mids. They had no interest in trying to attack. I think they had 2 shots on goal the whole game.
All right, Pep, calm down.
All they were concerned about was putting men behind the ball,
what they do,
fucking defending.
Oh no, they played football.
Yes. So Bristol City, the scummy bastard Robins that they are, won the Champions League by playing anti-football against the more footballing orientated Brighton. So both teams ended with a double. We have literally just before the podcast started finished pre-season, and the Community Shield is the next game that we're playing. We've both agreed that none of our starting 11 from last season will play in the Community Shield, and we will play our youngsters and see who has the next set of superstars coming through and see how it finishes. But Bristol City have been tipped to be the favourites for the league. Yeah, definitely standard. They've got a goal. They've got a striker up top who is. Hold on, I've actually got his number. Since he joined Bristol City, he has. Now, where is it? Because I just sent him the figures.
Is he a regen?
He is a regen. His name is Abdul Westerland. He is a Swedish striker. He has played 204 games for Bristol City and scored 245 goals.
Pretty good record.
Like Haaland, isn't it?
I'm not a mathematician, but that sounds...
it's more than a goal a game. It's ridiculous, his goal scoring record. Since he, in the game, he's also got... Where am I? I'm trying to say... I can't find his international. He's played 68 games for Sweden and scored 72 goals. He is beyond ridiculous in game. I think he actually had a season that was 70 goals in a season. It was incredible. So that is what I'm up against. Trying to... If I can stop him, I should win the league every year. But stopping him is nigh on impossible.
Sounds like you need to fucking get some Brexit tackles in there.
It does. It does. I've got a couple of very violent 17, 18 aggression centre halves coming through my youth academies. So hopefully a couple of broken legs will sort them right out.
Well, as ever, I have no questions to ask because I don't really understand.
You do. You're desperate to ask how Ipswich are getting on.
Who's playing in the rush mode? Are there any team players we know in that? Graham, Ian, you got any questions to ask him while I'm?
Would it make you feel better, Jay? Would you get more invested if I took Ipswich on as an affiliate team?
Only if you refer to them as the Tractor Boys.
I will. Every week I will be able to tell you what loan players I've sent to the Tractor Boys and how far they're climbing up the leagues.
In that case, yes. I would like a Tractor Boy update weekly, please.
For the next podcast, I will request a new affiliate and I will make sure it's Ipswich.
Nice. I look forward to this immensely. Thank you very much. Graham, Ian, you got any questions? Not that I really need to ask any more questions, but any suggestions?
Who won the Champions League?
Bristol City. They bet me in the semi-finals. They went on to play Bayern Munich and they absolutely fucking hammered them in the final. It was the most comprehensive one-sided Champions League final I think you'll ever see.
Who won the FA Cup?
Brighton did. They beat Chelsea in the final.
And the League Cup?
Bristol City. I can't remember who they bet in the final.
So
we both ended up with a double.
Yeah,
we both got a double. I got the league and the FA Cup. Bristol City got the League Cup and the Champions League.
I think his is a slightly better victory than with the Champions League.
He probably is. Yep. I think he's still one Champions League behind me, and I am a few leagues behind him. So it's starting to balance out on the Champions League. I need to get my finger out my arse and win a few more leagues. He would say that he's just got rid of quite a few of his established dominant players and he's bringing in a lot of 22, 23-year-old players, so he thinks he's going to regress, whereas my players are 24, 25, 26 now coming into their prime. So he thinks there could be a couple of seasons where Brighton win the league, but he's got the youngsters coming through. I don't think that. I think his youngsters are good enough at the moment to win the league this year. I would say Bristol City are the favourites.
So there you go, Jay. Cliffhanger.
I mean, I am, if anything,
on
the edge of my seat right now.
You will be pleased to know, Jay, that there is no plans to move to Football Manager 25 and this save will be continuing for the foreseeable future.
Which one? You
know what? I was concerned that you might have to start all over again, but
yeah,
now...
unless the save gets corrupted, which has happened to us before. It looks like FM22 will be the legacy playthrough from now on.
But I know I'm going to regret this question, I'm sure. But was the whole point of FM25 not that from then on you would be able to transfer it to further games?
Yes,
so
and
you could just continue it on forever.
I would imagine we will eventually move to that if this save ever dies a painful death. But
you transfer this? Oh no, I was only last.
Yeah, 22 is too old to do that. But that will be the plan going forward. That if this save ever shits the bed, we will probably take a small hiatus because we do commit a lot of time to it. It's a lot of preparation and.
You need to start more in the lower league and work your way up.
This season we moved. Brighton was in the Premier League, and that's why Bristol City got moved to the Premier League. The whole point of this save was we started off as Brighton and Derby when they were in the lower leagues, and that's why I've got the affiliation with Brighton. The only reason that Derby didn't get continued on this save is because they got a massive points deduction. And we couldn't find out how to take that points deduction away in the editor when we were starting it. Otherwise, he would have been Derby. So it did start off as a lower league save when we first picked these teams. That's the only reason.
Rivalry.
Yeah. So I don't know if we ever move forward. I would find it hard to move away from Brighton. I've got a Brighton top because of this save. He's going to get a Bristol City top with Vesterland.
Graham, it sounds like you're not committed, Graham. Come on,
he
Graham.
Is. No, I will hold my hands up. It's my feeling that hasn't bought him a Bristol City top. He bought me a Brighton top as a present to ask me to be his best man. So he sort of gave me the Brighton top at the same time as he asked me to be best man. We hadn't committed to this save when I asked him to be my best man.
Oh, no, I'm reversing now. Come on, Ross. It sounds like you're
So I owe him a Bristol City top, and I will get it personalised with Vesterland 87 on the back of it. I just haven't got around to doing it yet. Plus, the Bristol City top's fucking hideous. So that could be personal. That could be personal bias. That I think the beautiful blue and white stripes of the Brighton top is nicer than the boring ass fucking Diddy Bristol City top. But I do owe him a Bristol City top.
The second or third kit, they're usually better anyway.
No, because it's like green and purple. It's fucking horrendous. They're not nice.
Hey, green and purple goes well.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I feel like I now owe Jay an Ipswich or Coventry shirt with me.
You fucking owe him an Ipswich top.
It used to be Coventry, but we moved on to Tractor Boys now. All about the Tractor Boys. Up the Tractor Boys. Anyway.
I think you need to move. You need to migrate to that Swiss club, Young Boys.
Celtic, play them shortly.
I've been to Ipswich as a shell, so don't worry.
Then you can be up the Young Boys, Jay.
Let's move on from there. Right, gentlemen. There's lots of other games we could talk about, but we're going for fucking ages. So we're going to go through some quick news bits and pieces. To be honest, there's not a lot of particularly interesting news, I don't think, this week. I'll read a few. If anyone has anything to say, please.
Can I just interrupt, just to give you an idea of just how bad we're talking here? That is it.
See, now I like purple and green.
It doesn't go.
That is horrendous.
Right. Horrendous.
That looks like a Jay shirt.
Exactly.
If Jay made it.
Fucking horrendous.
Caught dead wearing
his Warhammer character looks like.
Jay, that looks just like your Xbox Tavern.
I rest my case. I mean, look at that. It's fucking terrible. This is their home kit, which I suppose is very clean. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's red, isn't it, though?
But it's boring as fuck, isn't it?
But in GTA 5, to bring it back to video games, my car for Franklin was green and purple. And it was fucking awesome. But that shirt is horrendous.
Your jumper for Xbox Tavern's purple and green.
My jumper, and yes, and that's fine.
But then you get the beautiful Brighton kit that just looks chef's kiss.
I mean, that's pretty boring, isn't it? Really, it's like a packet of
it's clean.
Packet of fucking salt and vinegar chipsticks.
It's clean. That's the main point of it. It's clean. It's not ostentatious. It's just lovely.
I was playing EAFC earlier on. I don't remember. It might have been the Tractor Boys. I don't remember who I was playing as, but they had a nice pink outfit. And I was like, oh, that's quite cool.
Do you like a wee pink alternative kit? It's not usually their away kit. It's usually a third kit. So they're conning you and more money to get it. But it does look nice.
Usually the third kit's better than any other kit.
Exactly. The third kit's better than the home and away kit because they just go tits for the third kit. It's like Liverpool this season. Love the home kit. Away kit's nice with the blue and the black. But the away kit, the alternate kit, fucking lovely. With the fucking up and down Nike tick.
I don't know what you're on about.
Nice. Well, anyway, that's enough football fashion for 1 week. As I was saying, we're going to rapid fire through whatever news we got listed here. If anyone's got anything to say, shout it out. If not, we'll just fire through it. I'm going to start though because I suspect something is going to have to be said by someone. No, Yakuza. Pirate Dragon, like a dragon. Goodness. Graham, I know you're excited for this. Obviously, I'm quite excited for this.
This was in the rapid fire section, Jay. Rapid fire.
But I just want to play this little bit of the trailer to see if you recognise a familiar face. Because Graham,
I recognise it. Or
what? Yeah, you will. What does this do for you?
Well, its main character being Goro. He's always a great watch and play through. He was
Goro.
Goro.
Is he not
Goro Majima?
I think Goro more combat.
So this Goro is
keep paying attention and watch the video. It's very quick, but you'll see.
So he's like hyper eccentric, and this plays like a fever dream. He's just massively over the top. It looks like he's just got.
That looks like Lady Dimitrescu.
It's just crazily nuts. He's washed up on an island, and he's kind of. It's where Japan have dumped a lot of sort of toxic waste into this island called Nele Island or something. It was part of what the Like a Dragon game was about, and his story is intertwined with it. And and basically on this island, he kind of whoops this ass of this pirate captain, and then he ends up taking over the boat and becoming a captain himself. And then obviously there's a whole pirate adventure that he's on.
Why has he got a creepy little affiliation with the kid?
That the kid's the one who helps when he wakes up, because he wakes up without his memory and everything, and the kid helps.
Hashtag check the hard drive.
Jay's hard drive. That's why he's
excited. Keep watching.
I'm watching.
Do we miss it?
Yeah.
Who are we watching? Samoa Joe!
Samoa Joe!
Jay didn't even spot that at first. That's
the first time I've ever seen the trailer, but that was Samoa Joe. Yep, I'm all about that.
Right, carry on talking, Graham.
So yeah, briefly saw a bit. So I loved this guy's story when it was in the Yakuza 0 kind of game, and that's the Yakuza 0 where you see his backstory and how he becomes to be so eccentric and mad.
There he is.
And so him being a pirate is just fitting with his kind of eccentric nature, and yeah, it's just going to be a wildly fun game, I imagine.
Can anybody explain why Samoa Joe's in it?
Well, it's in Hawaii. So
that's the worst reason in the world. He's not from Hawaii.
Yeah, I was going to say that's what.
But he is awesome, so he can be in whatever the fuck
he can be. He's fucking
in a good video game at some point. He was in Suicide Squad, and that was shit. And he was in.
Was he in Suicide Squad?
Yeah, he was the voice of the shark. Whatever I don't know what his name is. I assume it's Shark Man. I don't know.
He was in Twisted Metal,
and he was in the TV show. Yes. Who's that? Oh, hello, Eva. You all right? No, okay. Yes, Yakuza. Very, very much excited. Coming out next February.
Yeah, excited for that.
Obviously, Graham's very excited about that. I still need to get back and finish Infinite Wealth, but I'm kind of hoping to do that in the next few months. But we will see. I need to just quickly duck away. So can someone else take over rapid fire in the news for me for a moment?
I can't find my document. Hold on.
Yes, you can. I believe in you. Thank you very much. We're back. Bye.
I found it. We're all good. What else have we got? If we're going to go rapid fire, Palworld being sued by Nintendo. Does anybody care about that?
It's still happening, isn't it?
I mean, it seems like it's going to be. Well, the thing is, from what I've read about it, they're saying that they don't have enough patents on the actual models to make it stand up in court, so they can sue all they want, and it's basically just going to get dismissed.
Yeah, it won't happen. It's just scare tactics, but
it's basically stop making Lucario fucking clones because he looks the spitting image, even though you call him Anubis.
If anything, it gives Power more fucking publicity.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue, and I was listening to somebody talking about it earlier, is had they not introduced guns into it, I don't think Nintendo would have made such a big song and dance about it. But because the mascots look very similar, and then you introduce guns to it, Nintendo are like, "Whoa!"
2021.
I know, but I think
to do it now.
I think it's because it looks like the characters, and I think that's why they're getting their knickers in a twist about
it. Back then,
I know, but this is Nintendo.
They must have had some sort of case to bring it up. It seems so pointless now.
Well, somebody else said it as well. Is like Nintendo only pick and choose when they want to sue because, if they wanted to, they could have sued 100 people in 2017, but they decided not to.
Pokemon mods that happen.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just Nintendo being Nintendo, trying to line their pockets. They'll probably ask for a cut of the profits of fucking whatever Palworld will get, and they'll get it, and it'll just make them more determined to make a buggy, shitty fucking Legends ZA or whatever the fuck it's going to be called. Point proven.
I don't know what to say to that, but you're right. It's Legends ZA, but
seems a bit.
Xbox shares a roadmap for various upcoming day one Game Pass titles. I think we knew all of them that were coming. It's just nice to see it sort of laid out as to when we can expect them. Anything on the list jumping out? I know Avowed and Indiana Jones are probably the two big ones. I'm looking forward to playing Ara in the next couple of weeks. I've got myself dug into Age of Empires and Age of Mythology, so anything that's basically along that sort of line, I'm up for playing. Obviously, you've got Call of Duty coming up. Microsoft Flight Simulator's been getting a lot of love recently. I don't think anybody will deny that the Flight Simulator games are not everybody's cup of tea, but they are visually stunning to watch, sort of cutscenes and people's playthroughs of what you can do, and people who are invested in those sort of games like they are driving sims where they've got the full Thrustmaster setup attached to their desk. It looks incredible. Stalker 2, I will be so glad when that game comes out. One, because I'm a big fan of the series, and two, just because everything that studios had to sort of go through and be put up with whilst trying to develop this game. I wish them nothing but the best when this game drops. 33 Immortals was another one that we've seen a couple of shows ago, where it was, I think you could have 33 people in your party. and it looked like a just massive shit show. Even though it's not my type of game, it did look incredible to play. So I would quite happily jump into that as a Project Game Pass when that drops. I think that's due some point next year. We've got quite a few games to get out of the way before then. And then, as I said, sort of Avowed coming out in February of next year, been delayed quite a few times now, which I don't know if is a good thing or is just making me think it's going to launch in a shit condition and not a good game. Even though it does look up my sort of street in regards to RPG action type game.
It can't be any as bad as Redfall. So.
This is very true, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, nice to see it in the timelines. There's no way to expect them. Provided there's no delays.
Well, I'm hoping this February one is the one that jumps into. Phil Spencer invites Xbox fans to tune into Tokyo's Game Show 2024. I would imagine there will be some stuff in there for Grey. Can't see it being mainline stuff for everybody else, but who knows? I know they're obviously pushing big into Japan to try and make some sort of dent into the market. So we might see something, but I would suspect it will be more niche type genres in that one.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, well, you never know. They always bring something completely random, so it'd be nice to see what they come with.
I'll swap the order so we're finishing on a high. Microsoft are ending Xbox Ambassadors program after 13 years. Is anybody an ambassador in here?
No. I think I briefly looked at it.
Yeah, I think I was at one point, but not anymore.
Not anymore. So that's ending if you're part of that. Sad news, but I don't think any of us are overly upset about it. And rounding out our favourite one of our favourite third-party peripheral people, Power8 is promising massive upgrades for its 2 new Xbox controllers. Now, as I say, we always hark back to them, but I love my Tiny Tina one. If they decide that they want to start making more wireless and more buttons on the back, I would be very much inclined to look at that as an alternative.
A new one for my son. So
yeah, I mean, I've no complaints with what I've used, but I think, like I say, the only thing that I would prefer is for them to be wireless. But I can understand why they use the wired to keep the price down, and then spend the money on things like your Hall Effect sticks, your textured grips, your mappable buttons on the back, everything we would expect from an Elite type controller at a much, much more attractive price point.
Exactly.
And if that means trading off it being wired over wireless, can you really complain?
Nope.
But they
do have a wireless option now. Yep, they do have a wireless.
First time ever. A lot more companies are doing wireless on Xbox now. They didn't previously because of the bespoke way Xbox did it.
Yep.
They weren't licensing out the technology. And some that I have now connect like a regular Xbox controller, and some require a little dongle, but more and more are doing it with actual wireless technology, which, as you said, Power8 are generally one of the better ones we've tested out. So
I really like my Power8 controller. It's my go-to when I'm using the PC. I like the fact that they've got the exact same sort of 3 settings that they've got on the Elite controller, and the fact that they've got the Hall Effect thumbstick, so you drift out completely, then it's all about it. Oh, and it comes with a lovely docking stand.
And a little charging stand as well.
I'm not a big fan of the RGB I do like that, massive lighting at the back of it, though. I love my Can they tone that down? I don't need that flashing in my face.
I'm generally with you.
I don't mind a bit of RGB on my PC tower. I like my RGB fans and lights and things like that. I don't need it in my controller fucking blaring up into my face.
I must admit, I'm with you. I'm quite happy to have lights everywhere, just not on my controller. Turn them
not in my face.
Keep the lights.
The controller review the other day, the Wolverine version 3 controller.
Another outstanding controller.
it says Razer on the front, which is lights up when you turn it on, and even on its lowest setting, I'm like, I need sunglasses.
So that's the same as the PS4 controller, man. It was like, what the fuck is the need for the massive light bar at the back it? And you could turn it down, but it was like, I still don't need it to fucking light up.
No, I don't need it to light my entire room while I'm playing video games. Thank you very much.
Fuck off.
Thank you very much. Get rid of the LEDs. Anyway, Powerade, it's coming out fairly soon, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't remember exactly when, but it is coming out shortly. And it is by far and away, if you're looking for a second controller, or even if you're looking for an elite controller at a much more accessible price point, although I think the new one's going to be quite expensive for the wireless, but even still £150 compared to £250.
You're on to a winner. I'm fast realizing, as much as I like my official elite, there's a lot of
lights,
very good options.
Lights, give me the lights.
I mean, just like looking at some of the benefits came with it there in regards to it. 4 mappable buttons on the back, 3-way trigger locks, impulse triggers, customize your various settings on an app. Also includes a 10-foot braided USB-C cable as well. So if you did want to use it, you've got that there. And the wireless version comes up with up to 30 hours battery life, as well as a display stand and a protective case.
Very nice.
But that RGB is ridiculously
beautiful.
I'm sure you can customize it and or turn it off.
Six lighting modes across 4 customizable zones.
Jay, get me one.
Yeah, I did buy. I don't know where it is. I'm not going to get it out now. But I bought like one of those like all-in-one controllers for the Switch for when we went on a holiday. And that is a similar. Like there's just fucking lights everywhere. I was like, no, turn all of these off straight away. It's way too much. I'm not sitting next to someone on a plane with it going like, fucking, I'm playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
So I don't play a lot of docked Switch. I play just handheld, and the best money you can buy is definitely see the Hori grips. Yeah. They are by far and away the best grips you can buy. Got like your little buttons at the back as well. Yeah. Cannot recommend the most. I wish I hadn't bought the red ones, and I wish I'd bought the Gengar ones that you can get. But just makes the Switch so much nicer to play when you're using it in a handheld. It makes it feel like a Steam Deck in regards to the actual heft of it.
And at some point next year, we're playing on a console capable like a Steam Deck, not 15 years old technology.
Yeah, Steam 2, Switch 2 will definitely be
we'll see. Then you can start playing Zelda properly, eh?
Well, I'll probably be too busy playing Legends ZA and going around with my Mega Greninja, which will probably piss Ian off no end. Because he's overhyped as fuck, according to Ian.
Yes. So about Mega Incineroar, that's what I want.
Nobody wants that.
Whoa, we've had our minute. Let's just
no, we had the shitty Zelda minute. Now we're talking about a good game.
Way too long. Way too
long. The Mega Wigglypuff.
Apologies for stepping out. I had to go and sort the young ones out. Is that all the news done?
It is all the news. I unlike you, did a rapid fire.
Nice. Well, I like to rapid fire and get into detail, which probably goes counterintuitive. Anyway. We've done Graham Smith pools.
Yep.
Who was Cristiano Ronaldo, if I remember right.
Well remembered. Do you remember what team he plays for?
Football. Ross games coming to Game Pass in the month of September. We haven't got much left of September.
No, I was going to say we're winding up to the end of the month. So the only ones that have been recent, I'll take you within the last week, was Train Sim. Put my teeth in and try that one again. Train Sim World 5, which was console, PC, and cloud. Frostpunk 2, which is on PC. And as I touched on in regards to the roadmap for Game Pass games, we have Ara History Untold coming on the 24th, which will replace my Age of Mythology and Age of Empires 4 edition that I'm currently going through just now.
Very nice indeed. I have installed Frostpunk 2. I haven't got round to
I have heard good things about it.
Yeah. It's a very, I guess it probably would be a bit of a Marmite game. You're either into it or you're not. But I was quite into the first one, so I definitely want to give it a go. But as you said, it's only PC at the minute, so I have to give it a go on there. Ian, things are leaving Game Pass, I'm sure. Yes. Is there anything new that we haven't already reported on?
The ones leaving our list of the 30th, so it's Gotham Knights, Let's Build a Zoo, Loop Hero, My Time in Porsche, Paw Patrol, Phoenix White, Ace Attorney Trilogy, Valheim, And then on the Windows version, you've got both Walking Dead Season 1 and Season 2.
I'm probably going to come across as controversial for this, but if you haven't played Gotham Knights and it's in Game Pass, I highly recommend playing it. I know it got quite a bit of hatred when it first launched, but I played it as a review, and even though it was whole 30 FPS when it first launched and shit like that, I know it got a lot of hatred for it. I thought it was brilliant. The only thing I didn't like about it is the whole traversal with a motorbike or whatever your character uses to get around the map. Apart from that, the rest of the game was brilliant.
I think it's one of my suggested Project Game Pass and it got shut down quite quickly by you. So
it's because I've
played it, I think,
it. Yeah, I've completed it from and the thing is, it is a good game, and probably as a multiplayer it'd be brilliant. But it's just for the fact that I've completed it made me be like,
I feel like the hard to get through. Kind of run its course after Asylum for me. I didn't really play City.
Pump the fucking brakes!
And Asylum is the best one.
Well, and again, Ian doesn't know how to talk sense. City is by far the better game.
No, Asylum.
I didn't enjoy
Hugo Strange and Raj Al Ghul. What is there not to fucking prefer?
I don't even remember how far I got into it. Probably not more than a few hours.
City, by far the best.
Didn't really grab me, but I really enjoyed Asylum. I thought Asylum was awesome.
Asylum second best. Night was good because I like the twist at the end with sort of Jason Todd spoilers. But
whoa, I haven't played it yet.
You don't know who Jason Todd is.
No, I don't.
You don't like comics.
Who the fuck's Jason Todd?
Exactly. But yeah, City by far and away the best one of the season. I'm actually just thinking, do I have Jason Todd? I have Jason Todd somewhere, I'm sure. I do have Jason
buried in his. And we haven't angered the Dragon Ball Z gods this week. Have you fixed your problem?
Oh yeah, his browser.
Oh yeah,
Red Hood.
Well, about Jason Todd,
well, I know Red Hood the name. I don't know his real name was Jason Todd. That's not very much.
One of the first Robins.
Do you know why he took the mantle of Red Hood?
Oh, let's spoil everything. Why not?
So the whole point of Jason Todd was he was one of the first Robins, as Gray has just touched on. He was kidnapped by the Joker, tortured, suspected to be dead by Batman, Bruce Wayne, who's apparently the world's greatest detective, and couldn't figure out that he wasn't dead. Not the best great detective in the world, if you ask me on that one.
He obviously didn't care enough, did he?
Well, this is how it would look. This is how he goes about through his bit of his mental break. But the Red Hood was the original name of the Joker. He used to have a red mask that he used to wear, and he was called the Red Hood. Therefore, Jason Todd took that as his mantle to be a more aggressive vigilante who has no objections whipping a gun out and shooting somebody. Not quite the Batman school of vigilantism.
No, I would just break every bone in your body and leave you paraplegic for the rest of your life.
At least Jason Todd just gets it and done with. Just fucking one shot, deed, happy days. Batman will leave you with a world full of suffering.
Yeah, paralyze you from your head down.
Exactly.
Yeah, some of those not executions, finishes in Arkham Asylum.
They're not walking away from that.
It's like if they're not dead, they are proper fucked.
They'd be as well being dead. They'd have a better quality of life.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, but So go play whatever we were talking about. Gotham Knights, was it? Who knows?
Gotham Knights, yes. And we haven't angered the Dragon Ball Z gods because I've muted all the sounds on the browser.
You've done well. As for my part at the end of the show, we've got some reviews up on xboxtavern.com, which you can go read right now, including Corey's review of Yars Rising, which went up earlier today, AJ's review of Wild Bastards, Dan's review of Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. I really want to play that at some point.
So do I.
Some little game called Valfaris Mechatheron, which is fucking incredible.
The soundtrack of that, I would play it just for that.
Alone is just well worth playing it. I had to take my kids to their clubs yesterday, and like I said, I got a hold of the soundtrack, so I put it on the car. I'm like fucking driving along, just having a great fucking headbang. Tremendous soundtrack. And then, like I said, nothing else new this week, but we've got plenty coming up this week and in the weeks beyond. So go check them out. Right, I think that's it. Where are we at? An hour and 47.
Is special guest Pete doing a certain BioWare RPG coming up?
Well, I mean, he's going to play it one way or another, and so I'm sure we'll get him on to talk about Dragon Age. Veilguard, not Dreadwolf anymore, is it?
Nope.
Yeah, the previews that come out this week look pretty good. Very interesting.
Seems to be quite popular.
I'm more interested in it because they said it's like a mission-based game rather than just a massive open world. And that intrigues me greatly.
That has taken my intrigue down a little. I like exploring. I like being rewarded for being thorough.
Possibly. Yeah. From what I understand, there's still big areas, but it's not one big open world like Inquisition.
Inquisition wasn't one big open world either.
It had like huge open areas, whereas this is more focused on, like, you get a mission and you go to a place, like you get put in a place and the mission
and then
is
do
there,
the said mission and then move.
Come back.
Yeah.
As I understand it, anyway, it sounds interesting to me, and it's out the end of October, so we haven't got long to find out.
It gives me a chance to play some EAFC and ARA.
Tears of the Kingdom, yeah, cool. Right. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for making it this far. If you have done so, you're a fucking hero. We love you. You can find us, as Ross said earlier on, all over the place. Just ask Jeeves for Xbox Tavern. You'll find us. I'm Jamie. You can find me at Enaxan. You can find Ross
at Scottish Gruff.
Graham
at Graham Reaper.
And 1.78 disappointing million Ian.
And Nutty Way.
We'll be back next week for a regular podcast next week at 8 p.m. Where we should discuss more video games played, including a very exciting horror game, which I'm playing, which I didn't get to earlier on, but I'll get to
some more Football Manager.
And probably former Football Manager. And maybe even a bit of EA Rush. You never know. Right. Thank you very much. We're probably going to do some form of After Dark. Should you be a YouTube subscriber, member, whatever it may be. If not, we'll see you next week. Toodles.